Hello and welcome to another episode of Techfanaticofficial, your honest guide to the Cryptoverse. So I'm going to talk about Kima Network, but before I jump into Kima Network, the state of market right now, if I jump into it, is not looking great. A lot of projects have listed in the last few days in October. For example, DEX Distillery, Coin Network, Matrix One, Not AI, many others, in the hope that the October month is going to have a big pump. And, always October or October happens. But due to many reasons, the retail has not entered the space. There is, war concerns in the Middle East, and there has been some news in the last 2 days that has unfortunately contributed to decrease of Bitcoin price, and as a consequence, creating fear for the investors in the market. And it means even more problem for the retail. And as you can see, meme coins are the largest gainers in this market, not surprisingly. However, and that's why I don't do a lot of videos, by the way, because I don't want to do a video that the project dumps after half an hour and then you have to refund or you're going to complain in the channel and say, why did you talk about it? Of course, I don't provide financial advice, but still, I don't want to also associate myself with projects that most likely are going to dump. However, Kima Network is totally a different project. It's really strong. And I think in this market now, you need to start looking for projects and divert your attention from, let's say, those that are more short-term pump and dump into a project that's a long-term potential, long-term build sort of narrative. And even if on the listing they don't perform as you expect, long-term they're gonna go higher. If you remember 2023, there were projects I advised actively and promoted, like ChainGPT, DexCheck, AI Tech, which some of them on TGE, well, ChangeGPT did well, but DexCheck or AI Tech didn't do as great, right? But over the course of the time, they improved their sort of price action. Some of it thanks to the AI hype in Jan to March, and some of it because of the developments of their own product. So I think Kima is one of those projects that's going to go through the same phase, and especially it's a really, really huge project. So I'll jump into it basically and tell you what it's about. So it's a cross-system money transfer protocol. It enables basically a secure and seamless trade for TradeFi and DeFi on interoperability, and it doesn't rely on a smart contract because smart contracts are still susceptible to hacks and attacks. And as you've seen many times with the codes that they build, sometimes they're built in a way that can be manipulated and the funding gets drained. So Kima Finance basically, or Kima Network, address some of these adoption challenges between and also the bridge between the CeFi, DeFi, and the traditional finance by solving the interoperability problem with the patent pending decentralized omni-chain technology that they've got. And that's going to be something that traditional smart contract-based protocols don't have. And that provides the safety and effectiveness that is needed for banks to also be onboarded. So Kima can make that happen. So it's going to bridge basically banking and Web3 and enabling basically that decentralized interoperability with intermediates, which is Kima, to be a cross-chain solution basically. And they also combine the something called the threshold signature scheme and trusted execution environment that gives that security and efficiency needed for multi-chain operation. And it's basically, as I said, it's focusing on infrastructure for unique digital finance, as well as challenging the security, scalability trilemma. So first of all, you've got a source, which is any chain via your wallet or a bank account. So it could be your MetaMask, for example, it could be your bank account. It gets connected to the Kima environment to get authenticated and validated, and also to check your liquidity, and then goes to the chain that's the destination. It could be a bank account or wallet. So the key feature is interoperability without having to go through the smart contract. So you just connect your wallet and go to the destination. It could be a bank account, it could be a crypto wallet, it could be an exchange account. So it's more user effective basically, and it doesn't have to switch from different apps, if you have already done it. So it does the bridging between Web 2 and Web 3 by itself and doesn't need any other intermediate. That means also less cost. And then also it's got the technology agnostic digital asset types that you can use. Security for it is institutional grade, so it's not prone to the hacks that I've told you before. The use case is that it delivery of payment or direct real world asset transaction. So, it has atomic level of settlement and asset transfers with payment. So it reduces the need to have third party sort of escrow service and OTC settlement risk. It has a universal payment rail liquidity. So it's a solution that can do cross-border transaction in and remittance instantly. So it's basically helping global transactions. The on-chain settlement for on and off-ramp transaction also doesn't need an intermediate like a centralized exchange. So they act as themselves basically between the fiat and the digital asset that you're trying to transact with. And it's multi-chain, multiple blockchain and multi-chain token. In terms of the innovation highlights, they had over 200, the potential of entering the tapping into the RWA space of up to $280 trillion, and the cross-system payment market as well. And then the broad support for blockchain versus banking, because banks are preferring different EVM chains, private chains, and that's where Kima can come and adopt all of them and help them basically remove that issue. In terms of the milestones for the project, the Kima Network has been developed for 3 years with the $5 million fundraising. They've got a patent for this unique smart contract-less cross-blockchain settlement engine that they've got, and they also have 2 additional patents pending for Q4. They have supported for 10 different blockchains, including Ethereum, Bitcoin, which is BRC20, Tron Network, Solana over this quarter. They also have a TSS signature, which is a process that helps the integrity of the network. They've got the software development kit already for user-friendly cross-chain transaction. They adhere to the anti-money laundering compliance with the KYT check that they've got. And they're a partner of MasterCard. So MasterCard's financial sector innovation labs running a validator net already on their platform. And they're working with a lot of projects, which I'm going to talk about the partnership aspect. So in terms of the partnerships that they've got ecosystem partners like ChainGPT, Tron Network, Polkastarter, Ape Terminal, ZK Polygon, RWA, eMoney, BNB, Freebank, Solana, Cookie Tree. So many chains and many projects. I can't go through the whole list. It's like tons of them. And the main ones also you can see in the Kima Network website. If I scroll down, let's see. They have, I think near the team, they've got the partners as well. Yeah. So they've got backing of MasterCard, Permanent Ventures, DexCheck, Big Brain Holdings, Outlier Ventures, Blockchain, Spores, Kangaroo Capital, Founderheads, ChainGPT Labs, Altcoin Bars, Stream Capital, Unreal Capital, Castrom, DexForce, Maven Capital, Oxpool. And then ecosystem partner, I've mentioned already, things like ChainGPT, Octavia, Say, Tron, and many other chains behind them. And then they've got grants from Google Cloud, AWS, Israeli Innovation Authority, Cosmos, FinSec, and Cloud Azure. In terms of the team and also advisors, that's the most exciting part because I'm part of it. So they've got advisors like Ivan on Tech, Michael Amar, Tal Cohen, Mario Nafal, which you know, Ilan Rachmanov, who is the CEO of ChainGPT. They've got myself here. I don't like this photo, by the way. I like a better photo. And then they've got Amit Plet, who has been working with the team previously. Nick, who was working also with ChainGPT, and also is part of the GT protocol and used to work with KuCoin. Jeff Novak, and a lot of people who are entrepreneur in, for example, Kraken US, IBM, and the same sort of companies. In terms of their team, they've got, let's go here again. In their teams, they've got, let me see if I can find. Yeah. So in terms of their team, they've got Guy Wider, and Guy Wider used to be working in BMC, so he's a techie guy. They've got Tomer, who's a serial entrepreneur in Web3. You've probably seen him in many, many projects, and some of them I collaborated with him. Also, he's a key member of the Forbes Business Development Council and then Cointelegraph. They've got also what's his name? Brian Benson, who used to be in Binance and for the Latin America general manager, and now he also was in Algorand. So he's the CSO. They've got Vail Sharma, who is the Web3 execution, who has EU banking background. And then scroll right, they've got Dan Scheinman, who's in JP Morgan and also in UBS, co-founder and COO. We have Zai, very nice guy. I've seen him face to face in Singapore, founder of Titanium Technologies, Future Block Ventures, and very successful exits previously in companies. And then they've got the Ethan Katz, who's been part of the HP basically, and also made the first prototypes for Bitcoin wallets. So that's the very high grade team that they've got. Then they have KOLs such as myself, Cryptoverse, Tasso Lago, Connor Kenny, Evan Lutra, Ala, Altcoin Boz, and many others. In terms of the social media, it's really strong actually. So they've got, if you go to the Twitter, they've got 500,000 followers on Twitter. They've got around 75K on Discord. They've got a very strong following also on Telegram of 235K, LinkedIn 7K, their Quest program 260K, the airdrop campaign, Zili 75K, and then Gauss campaign, they have 500, half a million people used it. So it's really a strong sort of value capture there. In terms of the roadmap, Q1, they did the testnet development and demonstrated the patent pending cross-chain support. And then they did the EVM support for the chains. Also, they did the non-EVM test with Solana, Tron support, and then validation of MasterCard Innovation Labs. They started supporting with the wallets, Bitcoin transactions in Q2, and then started onboarding applications into the platform, and then releasing the mainnet candidate. In Q3, they did the tooling support, hybrid card, proof of concept, dev portal, and then RWA proof of concept. In Q4, they did the security audit, fiat transaction with Euro is going to be the first one, and then scaling validation for smart bank search sort of projects. And they're going to launch the token as well, which I'm going to talk about shortly. As I said, the business model is focusing on transaction fees and within the ecosystem and the gas fees, because as I said, it's a network, it's like a blockchain layer sort of thing without the smart contract issues. And that will contribute to making money for them. And then value extraction, as I said, 50% of the transaction fees for the liquidity provider is directed for them. And also 50% of the transaction fees also will be for the stable revenue stream. Validators get 25% of the transaction fees. So that's the incentive for people who play a validator role. And then treasury is going to be retained by the fees as well. So this liquidity provider, validator, and treasury of 50, 25, 25% helps to get a sustainable ecosystem for Kima Network. I've already talked about the team, and you can check them in the LinkedIn as well. I'm not going to go through it further. Advisory team also is already mentioned. You know, that's the most important one, myself. And then partners and awards and backers is already mentioned as well. Now we go to the most favorite interesting part, tokenomics. As I said, the token economy is the protection the blockchain, provides a framework to incentivize the stakeholders, enables the decentralized settlement layer as a service used for payments and reward, and maximizes the platform and efficiency for the utility. So in terms of tokenomics, 3.5% of the tokenomics is allocated for liquidity, 20.8% is for foundation, marketing 6%, advisors 5%, 8% for early backers, pre-seed 4.5, seed 2.6, pre-sale or public sale 2.19, privates 2.5%, 8% for the team, development fund 10%, KOL 1%, strategic 3.5%. So the advisors get 0% TG, 9 months cliff, linear 27 months, KOLs get 10%, and then cliff of 2 months, and linear for 10 months. Then the early investors have 3 months cliff, and then 18 months vesting. Private 1 and 2, 10 months TG, 3 months cliff, 15 months vesting. Foundation is 0.036. Public is 15% TG, 1 month cliff, linear 9 months. And so that's a very nice token vesting that they've also got. I'm gonna see if they have the full Kima tokenomics somewhere I can show you, or if not, that's also fine. No, I can't find it. Let's see. No. And I don't really want to show the whole tokenomics anyway, but we go to back to this one. In terms of the tokenomics, let's see, the fully diluted valuation of the token is 45 million. And this earliest round sort of started at 20 million and went up all the way to 45 for public. Initial market cap is going to be 1.13 million, and then excluding liquidity is 516 million. And it's going to be a token on Arbitrum basically. So that's the sort of tokenomics that you can check when you go to the token metrics section. Now, before I finalize, I just want to make sure I haven't missed anything else. So you have seen the product, how it works. So the only blockchain with APIs here. Yeah, I've talked about this. The partners we've talked about. Use cases we've talked about. So cross-chain payment, atomic swap, yeah, DeFi lending. Nice website, by the way, ChainGPT. And then we've talked about the tech. We've talked about the chains that they support, all these chains. Is Arbitrum there? Arbitrum, yeah. And then we talked about the media partners, opinion leaders. We've talked about the coin itself. So you can, listings to be announced soon, but you can see the KuCoin, Gate and KuCoin you can see. Well, I don't know the other ones to be honest, but yeah, Gate and KuCoin you can see. This one I don't know. Yeah, you can see all of those. You can see all the articles. You can see the people behind it and the FAQs. So that's pretty much it. And then you can get started if you want to, get to be the validator and use the network. And then they have a prize pool as well. So that's about the Kima Finance Network. Now, in terms of the IDOs, they've already announced they're going to have IDO on ChainGPT pad on 4th of October. As you can see, if you go here all the way up, the swap of 650K raise is going to start in a day. So that's the day they're going to start in a day. And after that, it's going to be first come, first serve round. So Kima Network, 4th October, surprise launchpad, big reveal launchpad coming soon. We don't know. Let's see. Polkastarter, 9th of October, and then listing on the centralized exchange, 10th of October. A very, very big day on the 7th of October, and 10th of October. Next week, I'm going to be home to watch this. So look, as I said, in this market, most projects will not do well, but this one I think will. And not only will do well on TGE, it will also be a long-term project to invest. I cannot provide you financial advice. A disclaimer is I'm an advisor of the project, but that also gave me a view inside the team and how they're working, how legit they are compared to a lot of the pump and dumps that I see. And also it has a utility because I have a banking background and this has a solution for the bank and the Web3. So that sort of solution that can be provided. Anyway, I wish them all the best and my friends in Kima who are really strong project. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions, any concerns, let me know. I can always directly contact the team and get back to you. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time. Good luck. See you.